Kansas City Chiefs just got a double dose of good news, so we're going to be going through that and 3 other stories in today's video. So make sure to like this video, and if you want more Kansas City Chiefs news content like this, make sure to subscribe to the channel by hitting that red button down below. The first story is Kansas City Chiefs just traded their 2024 team MVP. The Kansas City Chiefs suffered an embarrassing defeat at the hands of the Philadelphia Eagles, losing Super Bowl 40-22. After entering the game as the slight favorite, Kansas City faced a 24-0 halftime deficit and at one point in the second half trailed 40-6 before 2 late touchdowns made the score a bit more respectable. Just like the Chiefs did following their blowout loss to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers in Super Bowl, Kansas City is already making moves. The Chiefs brass watched Patrick Mahomes run for his life in that Super Bowl and once again in Super Bowl and are determined to fix their mistakes. According to multiple reports, the Chiefs have traded star offensive lineman Joe Thuney for the Chicago Bears. Despite winning the Derek Thomas Award from the Chiefs as the team's most valuable player, Thuney is being shipped away for a 4th-round pick. Thuney was the recipient of the Derek Thomas Award, which is annually presented to the Chiefs' most valuable player, the Chiefs said in a statement earlier this offseason. Thuney, who also earned Associated Press first-team All-Pro honors in 2024, ranked 2nd among all offensive guards in terms of pass blocking last season according to Pro Football Focus, but his late-season efforts at left tackle were perhaps even more impactful. Thuney, despite lining up across from the likes of edge rushers such as T.J. Watt, Danielle Hunter, Von Miller, and Myles Garrett, yielded just 2 sacks in his 7 starts at left tackle. Specifically from Week 16 through the AFC Championship game, Thuney allowed just 7 pressures across 166 pass-blocking snaps. Thuney was arguably the best offensive player for the Chiefs in 2024, but the team clearly decided it needed to revamp the offensive line heading into the 2025 campaign completely. In the second story, for the Kansas City Chiefs, the offseason presents an unfamiliar challenge, rebuilding rather than defending a championship. After falling short in the Super Bowl against the Philadelphia Eagles in New Orleans, the dream of an unprecedented three-peat was shattered. Now, the franchise must refocus, recalibrate, and make the necessary moves to reclaim its dominance in the NFL. Despite speculation about his future, head coach Andy Reid has committed to another season, determined to bring the Chiefs back to the top. Many pundits had questioned whether he would step away following the Super Bowl defeat, but Reid has made it clear that his focus remains on strengthening the roster rather than personal accolades. Reporters recently pressed him on whether he was eyeing Don Shula's record of 328 regular season wins, given his current tally of 273. But Reid dismissed any interest in individual milestones, stating that his priority is getting his team back into championship contention. One of the earliest offseason moves by the Chiefs caught fans by surprise: the return of linebacker Blake Lynch. Having played just 1 game in 2024 for Kansas City, which ended in a crushing 0-38 defeat to the Denver Broncos in the regular season finale, Lynch's re-signing has raised eyebrows. Throughout his career, he has played multiple positions, which can be seen as either a testament to his versatility or an indication of inconsistency in securing a defined role. Regardless, the coaching staff sees potential in his adaptability and is willing to give him another opportunity to prove his worth. While defensive depth remains a priority, the Chiefs' most pressing need lies on the offensive side of the ball, specifically at wide receiver. Rashee Rice has established himself as a reliable target, but uncertainty looms over his availability next season due to a potential suspension. Rookie Xavier Worthy impressed during the postseason, but additional firepower is needed to ensure Patrick Mahomes has enough options in the passing game. To address this, Kansas City has been exploring the possibility of acquiring a top-tier receiver through trade. One name that has emerged as a potential target is Seattle Seahawks' star wideout DK Metcalf. The Chiefs have reportedly expressed interest in the 2-time Pro Bowler, but they are not the only ones monitoring the situation. The Buffalo Bills, one of Kansas City's fiercest AFC rivals, are also in the market for a receiver and have been linked to Metcalf as well. On Sunday, Corbin K. Smith of Emerald City Spectrum reported that both the Chiefs and Bills were keeping a close watch on Metcalf's availability, even though the Seahawks have yet to commit to making him available for trade. Metcalf, 27, is entering the final season of a $72 million extension and carries a hefty $31 million cap hit for 2025. He came close to another 1,000-yard season last year, recording 992 receiving yards, while averaging 15 yards per reception. His rare combination of size, speed, and physicality makes him an intriguing option for Kansas City, as Mahomes has never had a receiver with Metcalf's skill set to target downfield. Should the Chiefs manage to land him, he could provide the kind of presence on the outside that Kansas City's offense has been missing since the departure of Tyreek Hill. The potential acquisition of Metcalf would not only bolster the Chiefs' receiving core, but also serve as yet another chapter in their rivalry with the Bills. Kansas City has consistently outdueled Buffalo in high-stakes matchups, including multiple playoff encounters, and securing a player the Bills are also pursuing would be another example of the Chiefs asserting their dominance. Whether the Seahawks ultimately decide to part ways with Metcalf remains to be seen, but Kansas City's interest is undeniable. As the offseason progresses, the Chiefs' front office will continue to evaluate all available options to ensure the team is well-positioned for another deep postseason run. The disappointment of falling short in the Super Bowl has only fueled their motivation, and every decision made from now until Week 1 will play a crucial role in shaping their 2025 campaign. With Reid at the helm, Mahomes leading the offense, and strategic roster upgrades on the horizon, the Chiefs are determined to reclaim their place at the top of the NFL hierarchy. The road back to the Super Bowl starts now, and Kansas City is ready for the challenge. In the third story, the Kansas City Chiefs enter the offseason in an unusual position, not as reigning champions, but as challengers looking to reclaim their throne. After falling to the Philadelphia Eagles in the Super Bowl, their hopes for an unprecedented three-peat were dashed. Now, the organization must focus on regrouping and retooling to make another run at the title. Head coach Andy Reid has confirmed his commitment to leading the Kansas City Chiefs for at least another season, despite widespread speculation about his potential retirement following the team's Super Bowl 59 loss. While some analysts and fans believed he might step away, Reid has made it clear that his passion for coaching and mentoring young talent keeps him in the game. When asked about potentially surpassing Don Shula's record of 328 regular season wins, Reid dismissed personal achievements, stating that his focus remains on teaching and developing players rather than chasing records. However, the Chiefs face a major offseason challenge with uncertainty surrounding star tight end Travis Kelce's future. Rumors of his possible retirement have left the team in limbo, as Kelce has been one of Patrick Mahomes' most dependable targets. Until his decision is finalized, Kansas City's front office must prepare contingency plans to reinforce the offense, potentially reshaping their roster to compensate for his absence. Beyond Kelce's situation, the Chiefs have a crucial offseason ahead, with several key players set to enter free agency. Addressing weaknesses on both sides of the ball will require an aggressive approach in both free agency and the draft. PFF analyst Thomas Valentine has outlined an ideal blueprint for Kansas City, emphasizing that while their 2022 Super Bowl loss to the Eagles was humbling, the team remains a top contender as long as Mahomes is under center. The Chiefs were blown away in Super Bowl 59, losing to the Eagles 40-22 in a game that was only close after the coin flip, Valentine wrote. It was an unlikely humbling for a team that has endured nothing but the sweet taste of success over the past 2 seasons, and it's a feeling they won't forget anytime soon. However, it's worth noting the obvious. The Chiefs will be competing for a Super Bowl as long as Patrick Mahomes is under center. The goal now should be to retool and prepare for another run. While Mahomes remains the heart and soul of the franchise, he cannot carry the team alone. The Chiefs have already franchise-tagged guard Trey Smith, a crucial first step in stabilizing their offensive line. But according to Valentine, this is only the beginning. Tagging Trey Smith at guard is a step in the right direction, but the Chiefs will need to likely address the left tackle position and add another playmaker or two on offense. The bulk of a Super Bowl winning roster is still there. It's just about adding a few more pieces. The Chiefs continue to struggle with the left tackle position as previous attempts to find a long-term solution have fallen short. Rookie Kingsley Suamataia failed to meet expectations, and shifting Joe Thuney to tackle was only a temporary fix. Without a reliable left tackle, protecting Patrick Mahomes will remain a major concern next season. Another key issue is the wide receiver core. While Xavier Worthy showed promise in the playoffs and Rashee Rice has proven valuable, Rice's availability next season is uncertain due to potential suspension. To strengthen their passing attack, the Chiefs are actively seeking another receiver and have been linked to trade rumors involving Seattle Seahawks star DK Metcalf.